Hi again, everybody. I want to showcase another unboxing. This time I want to cover another game that we want to do a little bit more here. We'll get some more work in it. We've talked a little heavily in a couple of mine and the Spectres, but this is Dust. Interesting thing about Dust is the box games that basically come with Dust are set for Dust Tactics, or pretty much you can translate the exact same miniatures over to Dust Warfare. So you have a game that can play in two factions, and that's really cool and interesting if you are a gamer with a lot of constrained time or you want to do some things. Dust Tactics basically is allowed you to play on a large map. You'll still need a pretty good sized playing surface. However, Dust Tactics is a great quick game, allowing you to kind of get in and out with about an hour to kind of do a scenario that comes with many of the main rule books and the about 5 or 6 expansions that are out there. Warfare is more to the traditional tabletop games where you are setting out a table with terrain and stuff like that and going over movement and coming in reserves and all that stuff like that. So that plays a lot like the other games that you're probably more familiar with. So both of them can work into those games. Now, saying that, most times when you make these type of translations, they don't all fit, or you need extra models, or you need to do something like that to make the squads to actually be a reasonable worth and coherency. However, these models come pre-supplied. So you have a squad in Dust Tactics or Dust Warfare, the sergeant, the special weapon guys, the heavy armored guys, whatever like that. They are the squad. If you play them in Dust or you play them in Warfare, the squads are outfitted the same. You pay the set points, and that's what this squad is. So that is really nice that you're going to get that much value, and you don't have to invest anymore when you build the squad. So you know you're pretty much straight out of the box. The unit is ready. The unit is playing. So I'll go over that when I open a lot of those. The vehicles, such as this fighter plane that I have here, and these walkers, will have alternate sets of armament, which makes them different types of walkers. So you get one, you have an option to outfit it to 2 to 3 other different choices. Again, these walkers can be played for Tactics and Warfare. You're not getting any different models, you don't need to track any of the models, and so you have that immediate variety. So this is a wonderful game, and something you really need to look into, and this is why I'm going to show you some case models. This was done through a Fantasy Flight sale that they have going on, because as you know, Battlefront, who does Flames of War, is taking over, so Fantasy Flight is kind of liquidating some of those products they have on hand, but it still will give us a good showcase of what we're looking at. I have been a long time needing Battle Grenadiers. I kind of went heavy very quickly, not knowing exactly what I was going to do for the game, but now I'm pretty much hook, line, and sinker. I play Axis, and it is a nice little thing. Pretty much, it has good, wholesome political aspects in terms of the Nazis were defeated within their own German ranks. So you're playing the German nation, and nothing with the seeking of the genocide of the Jews or anything like that. So very political good in that aspect there if you're looking to play in this game. Now, those that are unfamiliar with basically this game here, you will basically get a set of cards. This one has a second group of cards, I think, because one is more or less in I'm not sure. Oh, we have a different character I think got added into this. Looking at it. Oh yes, so this one allows me to turn from Battle Grenadiers to Panzer Killers. This is also very cool. These cards are used for tactics. However, they're good for tracking in Warfare too. And one of the scenarios actually has you throwing these down, so you can say that the unit is there, and we'll have to plan that. We plan on trying to get some of those campaigns going on. The Axis units are gray in color. They are already, this is pretty much their primed color. and I'm going to try to get these out and give you some shots as I go through each of the units. So these are solid models. The only thing I'll say that is a deterrent, since I have a large collection of these, is the waist. They have some movability like action figures, so I am turning this figure for his legs. So that's kind of neat in that regard there, but it doesn't give sometimes a whole model appearance because they'll give a gap to that waist part. So that's where you have to be a little concerned with that right there. So yeah, the extra figure pretty much turns me allowing to have an extra missile guy in. And I think with some of the newer books you can actually add, these are additional characters you can add into the unit or into other units as well. So pretty much gets those guys up and running there. As I check the other one just to kind of see what we have here. So yeah, that would make the squad there. I think with additional other character before you can add another group there. So that is, so assuming I was getting the Battle Grenadiers, I actually scored an extra character, so already they have been updated that to kind of make them the Panzer Killers. Will be good against my Spectre with his Soviet unit forces. I'm going to go next to something very large here. So I was also ate the, like I said, you can see the Prince Luther and the Storm Prince. So as a vehicle, as we move into this part here, we'll show you exactly what I mean in terms of options for what these have. So I was kind of excited for the sale to get this because this allowed me to kind of purchase something heavy, which said Spectre has been arms racing up, and he's gotten 2 heavy tanks. So hopefully this will shed a little protection on you. Those infantry units there. So we'll have that out. So this is a very, you can see, this is a sizable walker. Again, I will put a shot as it all simulated together. Great looking beastie walker there. So we have the cage that can be added right to the back there, and so you can kind of see in the packaging they'll put in the placement, they'll put other things in there. So we have 2 variant weapons that you can put in the right here into the front of the chassis to decide what type of armament you basically want to field for this vehicle. Take a look at what we got here. Now this has been a little dated, but one of the more, this is not one of the original line that I recall. I think they had one big attacking walker, and this one kind of came in after with the Hay set. So this is definitely this is a 4 ranked walker, so doing well with that. This is very tough in tactics. It has advanced reactive fire, so very cool special rule with that. You have to get the book kind of for the other parts, but it kind of gives you a good, most of them are pretty similar. The MG44 Zooey is just fantastic. It's one of my more favorite weapons. So this bad boy is kicking with a loadout of those. So that is pretty nice. And it does, if you take the Storm Prince, it's going to have a lot more capacity of taking out aircraft. Other than that, it's more of an infantry killer. The Prinz Luther, it does have some ability to take out kind of a tank with a lot more firepower, but it's almost kind of better off taking the Storm Prince. But the other thing is the Prinz Luther will be a command vehicle, so that could play a heavy little role, but not bad for the 30 points this little guy gets us. So pretty excited about that. And we got ourselves so we got ourselves a character. This could be comes with a tank commander, so pretty interesting that. Going to use that, so pretty psyched about that. There's one last thing I kind of really won't kind of pop this out as well, but this is they put out also terrain for them. This was a nice little grab as something to think about. We're really looking forward to trying to build that European theater that most of World War II is basically fought around. So taking a look at this bad boy. It's coming in with a lot of pieces, it's saying back here. So like 4 windows, 4 small windows, 4 large windows, one door, 2 very large windows, 10 regular walls, 4 corners, and other separate small corners. So solid with that. Solid. Yep, so pretty much standard. I've gotten this in a big one of the expansion sets themselves, and that pretty much sets up to that. Really giving out pretty well. So these are very sharp, very well sheened plastic. Would make easy painting and situated with that for you to really get into and follow. So once again, this is Dust Tactics / Dust Warfare. I wanted to really check the models because they're just great. They're just really good detail for the models that you're basically getting a hold of. They're pretty well cleaned. I've had to do very little dealing with mold lines. Like I said, the only gap of the waste is anything for high quality miniature aspect of there. They come pre-primed, so they are in gray. The Russians are in like a brown, and then the Allies are of course in green. So you can really start playing and they instantly separate themselves from that. Of course the vehicles pretty much, they're pretty well. There's some sticker iconic detail on them. So they can be played and you don't have to do much, and obviously they're different from each other. There's only 3 factions, but the Japanese are on their way out. So these are all good positive things. I can't say much more about the game itself. That's just awesome. It's a really fun game to play, and it'll play very well. So hopefully we can do some videos of that, but that's an unboxing. These models are awesome, and definitely recommend you getting a hold of that, and we'll catch you next time.